The part of my life in Yiddish that is most memorable was actually what I experienced here in Vancouver. And we got to know the people at the Perrott Center, and that was a considerable community at that time. It was the 1960s. It was just really very soon after my service in the Army. And so it was the early 60s. And I don't know exactly how I gravitated to the Yiddish itself, but I had wonderful teachers and mentors. One of them was Label Basman, who was a cousin, he said, of Rivka Basman, the poet. And he was a completely winning and charming and warm person. And he drew me into the reading of the Yiddish writers that he particularly valued. And so he introduced me to the classics, but also people like Der Nister. And I think he had a connection to Hirsch Osherovich, who may have been a Litvak, and that's perhaps his connection, Label Bosman's connection. And so those are the two I remember, but particularly Der Nister. And he was really my first introduction to Yiddish literature here in Vancouver. And then later I got to know Shaya Kierman, who didn't have that academic kind of cultural strength behind him, but he loved Yiddish literature, and he had organized a Yiddish reading group, a group of people who would come together in each other's houses every week, and we would go from house to house. So I joined in on that, and then at other times when I could, I read with Shaya on a regular basis, and so that the reading of the Yiddish writers continued for me that way, and they provided an introduction to Yiddish literature for me.